everyone, this is Amy. So I ordered a pair of concertos from Greg, and we're gonna go into a skate shop and get them. It's my second fitting and the mounting for the blades. So we're gonna go in and do that now. I'll see you inside. So these are the options currently with Edea, and I decided to go with the Concerto, which is one step below the ISSA. But what I like is that there's a collar on the Concerto, if you can see that. Okay, so I'm back in the car, and I didn't show you guys all of it because some people came in the store, and I feel weird about filming people without their consent, as I probably should. But my skates are back there. Can you see them? Probably not. They're back there. And now I'm gonna try to go over to Aspen and see if I can give them a try. Actually, it's not so bad. Wow, okay. Not bad at all. Really not bad. Holy crap. I just said holy crap. Okay, aside from having trouble stopping, it's not bad. Payton's here.
Payton's here.
It's the next day and Payton's here, and I've got my new skates on.
The new ones. Okay, so Amy, how do you like your new skates?
I like them. I mean, I just wore them with the two little hockey kids, and I kept up with them, so that's fine.
That's good.
They're soft on the inside. They're different though because the inside, there's no mesh, so it's like spongy.
Okay.
And so when your feet do get warm, you can feel that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But it has the collar here, this collar, which the ice slides didn't have, and I had to have my ice slides bent back. This is so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I tied them looser today because yesterday I had some arch pain, and it's just normal break-in stuff. And I got to get used to not pitching forward because I actually have a blade that has a rocker again.
Yes. New blade.
Well, I had no rocker. There was nothing left of that blade. So yeah, I mean, they're pretty good.
Pretty fancy.
Yeah. It's nice to have like things that aren't falling apart.
Yes, it is.
That's, you know,
It's progress.
it is progress.
Something.
Okay, so Payton just got back from college.
Just got back today.
And this is her first time in the ice since when?
When's the last time I saw you? A month ago?
And Payton has, these are the Vega, right?
Yeah.
Payton has the Rydell Vega with the John Wilson Coronation Ace Light blade on them. And they're very pretty, and you love them, right?
I love them. I could not skate in anything else, I feel like. They're beautiful.
But she did wear rental skates for a year.
I learned how to jump in rental skates.
It took a long time to get her out of rental skates. Okay, so should you try stroking?
Should I try stroking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we record that or should
Do
we
you want
not?
me to record? You can if you want.
Let's see. It's been since what, February?
Yeah, I think I had one lesson in February and one in like March.
Yeah, so it's been a couple months. Go. We'll record it. We'll see. Not backward stroking. And she even did the T-stop. And why is there still noise on the roof? I thought we had gotten rid of the noise on the roof.
Apparently we haven't. We never.
If anybody watched Payton's test, the virtual test, you know that there was noise, thumping coming from the roof, and apparently it's still happening.
Apparently.
All right, so let's go on with our lesson now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So Sioban just got here, and we were talking about my new skates, and she's got pianos.
Yes.
And what did you have before?
So I used to skate for 15 years on, I had Harlick, and I skated on MK, like an old, they don't make that specific blade anymore.
Yeah.
So I switched to John Wilson Gold Seal, and I love them. They're amazing, but I kind of wish that I stayed on what I was used to.
Did it take you a while to get used to Gold Seal?
It's still taking me some time. I feel like my spins are better, but I feel like I'm having a little bit more trouble with the rocker. I'm traveling and it's just it's something to get used to.
Because I had a my king pick actually had come down lower than my blade. This is how flat my blade was.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm trying to spin, and I'm spinning on my king pick because I'm so used to doing that in the flat blade. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to stop now because they're playing music.
But yeah, no, these are amazing though.
And we have to go back to Payton's lesson.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
go back to teaching.
Go back to it. Go back.
So it's been a week now since I got my new Edea Concertos, and I'm gonna give you my opinion of them. Let's first talk, why did I get concertos if I already have ice flies and pianos? Well, I mostly coached in my ice flies, and my blades started to get super flat. And I don't know if you can see, but the king pick here is actually lower than the blade is. Remember, blades need to be sharpened after about every 15 to 20 hours of skating. With that, a blade is only gonna last you only so long. So this is my brand new blade on my concerto. And this was my blade on my ice fly. I don't know if you can see the difference, but you can see there's much more actual blade on this concerto as opposed to really nothing left on the ice fly. And look at how low that king pick is. I mean, it shouldn't be that low. And I have a blade tracker in my figure skating planner, and you can get that right on my website. Go to skatewithamy.com. It's right at the top of the page. If you use promo code YouTube, you can get a discount. Anyway, back to why I got new boots. So it was really time to replace this old blade on the ice fly. And my blade on the piano is pretty new. But the thing about pianos is that they're really stiff and constrictive. And when you're wearing skates for sometimes 6-7 hours at a time, it can get painful. Even though my boot is shaped, and you can see that, how it's shaped around my bones and my ankles and the hardware I have, it can still get painful because there's very little give here. I was looking for something comfortable, and I didn't really see the point in putting a new blade on these old Ice Flies. I mean, these things I've had them since 2016. It's 2021. It was time to replace them. My pianos are really great for when I'm skating for myself, but when I'm on the ice for 6-7 hours a day, spending most of my time coaching, these were really hard because they're difficult to wear for extended periods of time because they are so rigid. Plus, when I coach, I often have to get right down on the ice with young skaters, sometimes put their feet in the right position, and these made it super difficult to bend like that. I mean, that's precisely what you want when you're jumping, but that's not what you want when you're crawling around the ice with a 3-year-old skater. They're just not great for that. So I was looking for something that was supportive, but that also had some give and was super comfortable too. Now, Edea is coming out with Master Boot for coaches, and I was hoping that would be out by the time I needed new skates, but it got pushed back. But I really did want them because they're gonna feature a thin slate lining to keep your feet warm and a longer padded back cuff than I believe even the Concerto has. The fit is gonna be wider though. And with my pianos and my Ice Flies, I am in a B width. And with these, the Concertos, I actually went with a C width. Now I have narrow feet, but again, I was looking for comfort. Now I'm not sure that I should really go any wider than a C width, so I'm not sure that when Edea does come out with these coaching boots, that they would even be right for me. So I'm happy that I got these because my primary goal is comfort. Plus, I'm finding out that the memory foam inside, I'm gonna stab myself with these. The memory foam on the inside is different from what is in the piano and the Ice Fly, if you can see that. This is more of a mesh, and this is more of a true memory foam. It does take some getting used to because your foot doesn't slide in the same way it does with the Ice Fly and the piano. This memory foam kind of grips on to your socks. So what that means is that my foot is not moving around at all inside, even though it's a wider boot, because this is kind of gripping on. Now over time, that might diminish as the memory foam gets patted down. I mean, I hope it doesn't because I like that feature because it really keeps my heel lock down too. And I did not get these shaped at all. These are exactly as they came out of the box with the exception of the blade mount. And I had Greg match my same mounting from my Ice Fly. So the mounting is identical and the blade is identical. These are John Wilson Gold Seals, which I love. Now, I have been tying them looser than I would tie my Ice Flies or my pianos. Although lately with my Ice Flies, I've just barely been tying them because, again, if you're on the ice for 6 hours at a time, you just want to be comfortable. But as I get more used to these, I may actually start to tie them tighter. And I've noticed that I've been doing that progressively every day. Greg's gonna hate me for that because he tells me I should tie them much tighter than I do. Sorry, Greg. Another thing you might be asking is why did I decide on these instead of the Showgirls? And I love the look of the Showgirls. The Edea Showgirls, they're meant for show skaters that are skating for hours and hours. And it's a great idea. I like that the color is beige. I like that the sole on the Showgirls is red. But here's what I don't like. The back is low cut, like a dance skate. It's actually meant to be like an Edea Flamingo ice skate. And I don't like low cut backs in my skates. Here's why. I was wearing a low cut back skate when I shattered my ankle. It was actually a dislocation with a trimalleolar fracture. And what that means is I dislocated my ankle and I broke all 3 bones in it. Now, at the time I wasn't wearing an Edea skate, I was still wearing a traditional leather boot. And it probably had nothing to do with the boot, but regardless, I don't ever want to wear a low cut skate ever again. And I did put my Noeen insoles in here, the black inserts that are made for Edea skates by Noeen. And that is because these don't have the shock absorbers in them that the pianos have. The pianos have it right, I'll show you. Pianos have it right in the sole. It says shock absorber. I don't know if you can see that, but they have them built in. The Ice Flies don't have them built in, and I have my Noeen inserts in there. And you might have seen that if you watched my video, the Ice Flies versus pianos. And if you missed that video, there's a link in the description down below. Anyway, in my opinion, the Concerto is an underrated boot. More skaters should probably consider the Concerto before opting for the Ice Fly. They should at least try it on anyway. And I think most people just don't consider it because when you go into a freestyle session, most skaters are wearing Edea Ice Flies, right? You just don't see the Concerto as often. But so far, I am thrilled with these skates, absolutely happy. More happy than I think I've ever been with a skate before. They're super comfortable while also being supportive. And for someone that used to wear Ice Flies every day, the learning curve is really short. I'm not having to like relearn anything the same way I would if I got a totally different brand of boot. It's similar enough that it feels like home. I was able to skate on them immediately with no break-in time. Although, like I said, I do tie them a bit looser than I probably should. And I really like this cuff around the ankle. The Ice Fly doesn't have that at all. I had to get the back on the Ice Fly heated up and turned back because it was cutting into my leg and I'd sometimes bleed from it. I'm not sure why Edea didn't put this kind of cuff on the Ice Fly. I mean, they have it on the piano. Go figure. Oh, and I almost forgot. This has the old/new tongue. So this is the old/new tongue. And this is the old/new tongue. And the reason I call it the old/new tongue is because there was a period of time when I got my pianos where they had a split tongue. And this was supposed to be an improvement to stop the tongues from breaking down. But what I found and a lot of other people found is that when you bend your knees, the tongue down here actually presses into your foot. So Edea replaced this new tongue with the original old tongue. And I'm super happy that I have this tongue in these. Do you have Edeas? What kind do you have? How do you like them? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. And if you like this video, please be sure to hit the like button and share it with someone else that could help. And just share it on your social media too, what the heck. Remember, I post at least 3 videos a week that can help you improve your skating and live a better life. So remember to subscribe and ring that bell so that you never miss a video. This is Amy. Happy skating. I will see you real soon. Bye.